Hey loves, thanks so much for stopping by my channel. If this is your first time visiting my channel, thank you so much for checking it out. I hope that you like what you see and you hear and that you'll continue to come back for more. If you watch a video that you like, thumbs up, support your girl. And even more so, support me by subscribing and hit the red subscribe button so that you can help me grow my channel. I'm Nancy, I'm your lifestyle vlogger of today. And today I will be talking about affirmations, mantras, meditations, positive talk, all that good juicy stuff. It's so important and it's so real and it's so effective. And I know this how? Because I have put it into my own daily practice and I have seen the fruits of my labor. So I want to share it with you. I know that, or I feel that the world is becoming much more aware. So many people are becoming much more spiritually connected to Mother Earth, connected to oneself, connected to the source, divine being. And then there are people that think all that kind of talk is like witchery and like craziness and people just don't get it and they can't connect with that. And that's totally all okay. But what I want to share with you today, for anyone that's either going through something or not, for people that are happy pretty much about life in general, and for people that are struggling or people that are depressed or people that are sad. This is for all of you, for all of us. And this is really effective. And I want to share some tips on just getting a daily dose of positivity, getting a daily dose of self-love, and that small little self-talk and that small little daily dose will go a very long way in making you just honestly a more grounded, peaceful, happy, loved human being. And so it really matters. And yes, before I start, I am in my robe. It's cold in here and it's nighttime, and I do some of my recordings at night because then I'm done with work and I'm done with working out and I'm done with errands and stuff and whatever, and I kind of start to wind down, and that's when I get in my reflective modes and do some of my best thinking and talking and sharing. So I'm all comfy cozy. Yes, in Arizona it's a little chilly at night now for the winters, but it's just cozy to be in my robe, and it helps me to just kind of wind down and prepare for my sleep. So today I want to talk about affirmations. I've always known about affirmations. I haven't always said them or used them in my daily life, but I will say that I've always believed in them. And when I think of affirmations, honestly, the person that comes to mind most for me is Oprah Winfrey. I basically grew up, my adult life has been growing up with Oprah as my daily fix. I can think back to 1988 for some reason, and I think that's because many of the episodes that I watched regularly were when my son was born, and my son was born in November of 1988, so 31 years ago. And Oprah was on every day, and whenever I had to get up and feed my son in the middle of the night, I could find an Oprah episode. But I watched Oprah every single day, and when she went off the air, I bought her special edition CDs of all of her entire show, like every season, every episode. And she is who I think of most and first when I think of affirmations. For those of you that don't know what an affirmation is, because some people may not know, an affirmation is when you affirm something. It's something that you say to yourself or read out loud that's for you, that you affirm and you attract into yourself. And the key with an affirmation is that it needs to be consistent. You need to think and say the thoughts consistently. So whether it's once a day, 2 times a day, however you want to do it, but make it a daily dose, a daily routine. You can write your own affirmations. You can find a trillion of them online. And one of the ones that I chose to share today, I will share that someone else wrote. But I write some of my own and I say some of my own. And what I find for me, even though I love paper and I'm old school and I love to write things down, when it comes to affirmations, I like them to be very handy and ready for me. I say them every morning when I wake up. I have a whole list of affirmations that I say. So they're very consistent. I have them in my phone. So my favorite affirmations that I find that other people write, but as well as the ones that I've wrote, I have them saved in an album on my Android phone. So I open that album in the morning and I just start reading them off one by one after the other. And that takes me about 5 whole minutes. So it's not long. This is something quick. And when I say you don't have to rush through them, you don't have to rush through them, but you can get through them quickly and effectively. They don't take up a lot of time, and they are worth every minute of your time. So whether you just have one that you love and you say every day consistently, cool. You can tape them on your mirror. I used to have one that I have still on my work desk that's that I used to have taped on my laptop, and I said it every day. It was the first thing I saw before I opened my laptop, so I would say it. You can put them on your refrigerator, on your mirror, wherever you need to. It can be as little as, I love you and you are worthy. And you can put that somewhere and say it all the time. Put it all over your house. Put it next to your bed. Read it to yourself or read it out loud. I like to read mine out loud. I like to say them out loud. One of the main places that I choose to say affirmations is in my car when I'm driving. And when I first get into my car to go anywhere, that's actually the first thing that I do. I have an affirmation that I say, actually a couple of them. And I have my, hanging from my rearview mirror, I have this beautiful hanging set of chakra crystals. So every color chakra crystal is hanging from the first to the last chakra, and that's hanging there. And I hold it in my hands and I feel that energy, and I say my affirmations right before I start to take off to drive, or as I'm taking off to drive. But I also say affirmations every single morning. Now, whether you do that when you're laying in bed or sitting up in bed before you step out of your bed, whether you get out of bed, make some tea. I know my daughter has a ritual. She gets up, she makes her morning tea, and she sits and says her affirmations. Whether you have a meditation room, which I am claiming because I am going to have one in my new house when I move into my new house that I'm going to build in 2020. It has a very special room that will be only for my affirmations, my crystals, my plants, just a certain type of energy, my me time, my recordings. That's where I'll do my recordings for my YouTube and things like that. So it's my affirmation or my mantra room. And I'm so excited to have that. So however you do it, it's okay. It's kind of like praying. You don't have to be in church to pray, and you don't have to be on your knees to pray. You can be in your car and pray. You can be in your bed and pray. No offense to anyone, but you could be sitting in the bathroom and praying. I mean, whatever works for you is fine. The key is that you do it, and you do it consistently, because words and thoughts are power. And I say that all the time. I'm going to continue to say it. The things that you say, the things that you do, the things that you believe and feel and have faith in are what you are attracting in and creating for yourself in life. So I'm going to start by sharing this affirmation that I love, and then I want to talk about it. It's one of my favorites. I am attracting better because I have discovered that it all starts with me. I am going to change myself first so that everything can align for me. I'm not going to blame anyone. I'm going to take responsibility for my life. The better I become, the better I attract. Every single word of that affirmation is truth. It's absolute truth. You will attract better when you start with yourself. Because when you start with yourself, you're honoring yourself. You're honoring who you are and how you show up. You're honoring the nurturing and self-care and self-love of yourself. And then you are teaching yourself how to show up to others. And when you start with yourself, no one that doesn't love themselves can possibly love someone else. It can't happen. You cannot fully, unconditionally love another human being if you do not fully and unconditionally love yourself. You can think that you're loving someone else, but you can't. I am going to change myself first so that everything can align for me. Again, me first. Me first, some people think that's so fucking selfish. It's not selfish. It's selfless. It's the way to go. It's the way to grow. The way to go and the way to grow is by putting yourself first. Because when you put yourself first, you are working on you so that you can be the best you can be. And when you are the best you can be, you are able to fully, effectively, rightfully treat and show up for others, to others. okay? I'm not going to blame anyone. Huge. That's so huge. Why do so many people walk around blaming everyone else and everything else for their circumstances, for the cards they're dealt, for their illnesses, for their ailments, for their circumstances, for their woes, for their pains, for their misery? Why? It is no one else's burden to bear. It is no one else's place to be blamed. Now, I'm not saying that if someone does you wrong, that you shouldn't feel some type of way towards them. If someone breaks your heart, if someone hits your car, if someone hurts a loved one, if someone steals from you, if someone betrays you, if someone lies to you, I'm not saying you should not feel some type of way towards that person. But here's the deal. When people have done me wrong, I don't turn around and say, well, you, and if you didn't do that, and why did you do this, and you made me feel this way. Because none of that is going to change their behaviors or their understanding or justification of why they chose to do whatever it was that they did or didn't do that is resulting in you feeling some type of not so good way. So don't blame anyone else for your feelings and emotions, because you are in control of your feelings, emotions, and only you are in control of those. No one else has the power to steal your joy. No one else has the power to make you feel worthless, ugly, unworthy. People may say things that are hurtful to you, but how you react to those things is everything. And here's something from experience. I have realized in the last 3 years that I've gone through most of my life feeling unworthy, truly believing I was unworthy, but only realizing that I felt unworthy in my subconscious. I actually wasn't consciously aware that I was unworthy, but how I figured it out was through clearing blockages and understanding the blockages I had around things like money, attracting money in, and being worthy of earning money, and also love, being worthy of having a loving relationship, being worthy of having a man unconditionally love me and treat me as I deserve to be treated. Now, on the surface, I felt like I'm lovable. I'm beautiful, I'm kind, I'm loving, and I'm lovable. On the money side, I work hard. I'm loyal to my job. I'm a conscientious worker. I have a great work ethic. I collaborate. I'm a team player. I'm a great independent worker. So I never had figured out until recently that on the money side, like worthy of earning money and having abundance in my life, and worthy of having love and a love relationship, below the surface, I never realized that I actually felt unworthy until I learned that and figured it out. And how I figured that out, that's a video for another day, but it was through serious, dedicated, focused inner work, turning myself inward and looking within to find the answers and understand myself and learn myself and love myself. Okay? But today, I know I am so worthy. I believe in myself. I have faith. And I'm not just giving you lip service here, but it's been a practice to get to this place. So there's that whole thing, fake it till you make it. And I get that. And believe me, some of these affirmations, for many people, it is fake it till you make it. Meaning when you read these things like, I am love, I am beautiful, I am empowered, I'm a goddess, I'm a warrior, I'm a queen, I am a king, I am a child of God, whatever you say for your affirmation, for some people that's very difficult. It's very difficult for some people to look in the mirror and say, God, you're fucking gorgeous. Damn, you're worthy. That's hard for some people, because if they don't believe in themselves, if they don't see physical beauty, then it's hard to say those words out loud. I am beautiful. I am pretty. I'm loved. I'm loving. I'm kind. But when you say them, even if you don't believe them yet, and they become a pattern and a daily dose for you in the way you start or end or both your day, you will start to believe what you're saying, and you will start to see what you're saying come to life. Affirmations are fucking magical, and everyone needs to say them. People that think that they're the happiest campers in the world and nothing is wrong in their life, people that are at the bottom of the barrel scraping to become alive again, and everything in between. Everyone should say affirmations. Everyone should even try to write their own. Because when they're written and they're authentic, it's your true core of belief, and it's what you really want. And that's huge, and that's special. Back to this one. I am going to take responsibility for my life. That is so simple and yet so huge. I am going to take responsibility for my life. One of the hardest things for so many people, especially I've seen it with friends and family members of mine that are housewives and have been housewives for many years, and then they get divorced, and instead of taking responsibility and onus of their life, they're looking to fill that level of responsibility for everything through someone else. I need to find another woman. I need to find another man. I need someone with money. I still need to be a housewife. I don't need to work. I don't want to work. I can't work. I'm not accustomed to working. Oh my God, I can't pay a bill. I'm not the one that kept the checkbook. I'm not the one that paid the bills. No. Take responsibility for your life. I am going to take responsibility of my life. If you say that over and over and over, once you say that every day for 30 days, it becomes a habit. And then it's easy peasy from there. And your brain will automatically start to actually believe, even if when you start this affirmation, you really don't believe it. But that self-talk and that repetitive communication to yourself, it affects your brain. It trains your brain. It reprograms your brain. So affirmations are power. They are self-love. And when things become habits that are positive, that are bringing in positive vibrations of energy into you, there's nothing else that can happen but to attract in same positive energy. If you're constantly saying, I am fucking fat, I'm a pig, I'm a slob, I'm unhealthy, I'm ill, my head hurts, my body hurts, my back aches, my feet hurt, and you are finding yourself always saying that, guess what? That's what you're attracting in. You will continue to attract pain, anguish, agony, angst, misery, disappointment, challenge, hate, negativity. You will continue to attract that in as long as that's what you're saying, more so than anything else. If I get up every day and the first thing out of my mind is, fuck, another day. Fuck, I don't want to go to work. Damn, wish I could just lay in bed. Life sucks, I'm tired. God, I have to deal with my boss today. I have to deal with my friends. My kids are fucking killing me. All of that on a daily basis, whether it's said out loud or it's in your thoughts, is attracting all of that to stay in your freaking life. You are gluing that shit to yourself. You are in control of the things that you are attracting and detracting in and out of your life. That is a fact. That was one of the most beautiful, valuable things I've ever learned in my life. Affirmations are fucking awesome. I say them every day. I say them more than once a day. I say them at night. And I show absolute sincere gratitude for every blessing. Today I went to Sprouts. I had to go to Sprouts after I got my hair colored today. Doesn't it look good? You really can't tell in this light, but no more gray. It's freaking awesome. I can't wait till New Year's Eve because it's going to be fucking awesome. But anyway, I got my hair colored today. I had to go to Sprouts. And I drove up and down 2 aisles, and then I found a great parking spot, third car in near the door. And instantly, without even thinking, and this is how it works for me. Thank you, God, for this parking space. I said it out loud. I express gratitude for every little and big thing. I went to the garden, the botanical gardens, with last week with my two aunts last weekend. And as I walked through all the succulents and the beautiful nature and Mother Earth, I thanked God for every moment of walking through. I kept saying to myself, God, thank you for this. Thank you for my sight to see this. Thank you for my senses and my nose to smell the air. Thank you for my body to feel the place I'm in. Thank you for the weather today. Thank you for the view, those mountains. They're majestic. I live in Arizona. It's fucking beautiful. Thank you for letting me have eyes to see, a nose to smell, a mouth to taste. Thank you for the money in my wallet to be here and to go eat lunch and have a healthy lunch with my aunts today. Thank you. Affirmations and gratitude, sincere gratitude, only attract back what you are affirming into the universe. What you are showing gratitude for will come back to you tenfold. Affirmations are the key. If you aren't saying something positive and thinking something positive on a regular basis, and you're wondering why, woe is fucking me and I'm miserable and everyone around me sucks, I promise you, take the challenge from me. Start saying some affirmations. You can look up affirmations and find a ton. If you want me to give you some great sources for affirmations, this person that I follow, I'll tell you right now, that I follow on Instagram, her Instagram name is Idillionaire. I don't know if that's how she pronounces it, but Idillionaire, just like millionaire, but with a D, dillionaire, with the letter I in front of it, Idillionaire. She has so many amazing affirmations and just positivity in her Instagram, and I love reading it. Even like this isn't necessarily an affirmation. It doesn't say I affirm or I, but it says you are going to have so much success in 2019. Things have already begun to shift in your favor. Everything you've been doing this year was the building blocks and foundation for something great. Speak it into existence for yourself and be ready to receive. Oh, I get like excited, turned on, and just amped when I read this type of stuff. Speak it into existence for yourself and be ready to receive. That sentence alone is everything. Speak it into existence and then surrender. Open, be ready to receive. If you can challenge yourself and pick some affirmations and say them consistently for 30 days and you don't feel and see some type of change, message me. I'm going to fix that for you. And I'm so dead serious. Things become habits after 30 days. The key is you must be consistent. You must do the work. But once you do it, honestly, for me, I believe in affirmations and everything anyway, and I've always believed in them, but I never really practiced them, and especially not on a regular basis like I do now. But within the first 10 days of saying whatever my affirmations are, and at one point it was, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am healthy, and I am beautiful. It was just those simple things. Because I was 200 pounds 3 years ago. 200 pounds of life weight and physical body fat that really, really, really affected me negatively in many ways. And it was time to transform, and it was time to rebirth, and it was time to shed the weight of life and shed the baggage I was carrying and shed the physical pounds of fat that sat on my skin and on my bones. And I did. And I'm never going back. We don't have to feel ill every day. We don't have to be full of anxiety over raising our children, worrying about our jobs, worrying about how we're going to pay a bill, being stressed out at work, stressed out in life, stressed out with family members, friends, suffering in relationships, feeling challenged by life, not knowing our worth, not knowing what tomorrow will bring. We have to let go. I mean, I know the old saying goes, let go and let God. You don't have to be religious to feel and believe in that. Whatever your higher power is that you believe in, whether it's the universe, angels, your guides, God, a Buddha, whatever. However you want to say that, but speak into existence what you want. Affirm it. Commit to it. Claim it. And even if you have to start without the full belief that what you're saying and affirming is exactly how you feel right now, it will become how you feel. And magically and amazingly, it will become what you see and what you be. So, and that's something firsthand experience I'm sharing with you. Affirmations are the shiz, okay? And everyone should be saying them. And like I said, this is easy peasy. You do not have to go and write them. You can look them up. And you can be a part of, just save them in your phone or whatever. I mean, it's amazing. This woman, this Idealionaire on Instagram, has so many things that she shares, affirmations and different things. And here's just one more that I'm going to share. It says, I hope something good happens for you today. Some kind of breakthrough that helps you remember that things are okay and that everything is working out for you, even when it doesn't seem like it. May you receive confirmation that your thoughts, intentions, and actions are valid. So here's what I do and have done when I read something like that, where someone else is sending out an affirmation to me and to the readers. I turn it into me. I turn it into an affirmation, I. So it's about me. So I would say, I hope something good happens for me today. Some kind of breakthrough that helps me remember that things are okay and that everything is working out for me, even when it doesn't seem or feel like it. May I receive confirmation that my thoughts, my intentions, and my actions are valid. So see what I did there? I took that affirmation that she put out there for us, but I turned it into me in the first person. You can do that too. And so like I said, read through some of them, find some online and find what resonates with you. If you're looking to achieve success in your career, bring more abundance into your life, find love, get pregnant, whatever, there is an affirmation for it. Lose weight, stop an addiction, cut cords with people that don't serve you well anymore, elevate your energy, raise your vibration in life. So affirmations are the shit. And everyone deserves them, and everyone should definitely look into them. I'm going to see really quick if I can find one that I want to share with you to end this video. Here, this one. That's how quick it happens. The minute you decide you want better for yourself is the minute the entire universe begins to shift in your favor. Your declaration, command, intention, vision, and prayers begin the creation of the new reality. All you have to do today is to decide and never look back. All you have to do today, right now, is decide and never look back. Why I love that particular sentence is because it took me 2-3 years to decide and never look back that I didn't want to be 200 pounds anymore. That I was tired of looking in the mirror and knowing that what I saw in the mirror was not who I am. This shit makes me emotional. You'll always get me raw and real on here. Doesn't take a whole lot to make me cry. I think back many times and reflect on where I was and compared to where I am. 200 pounds for me was heavy. It was a very heavy load. Heavy in the way I looked, heavy in the way I felt, heavy in the way I lived, and heavy in all of my thoughts. We aren't meant to live heavy. We aren't meant to carry heavy loads. We aren't meant to bear heavy burdens. We aren't meant to think heavy thoughts. We are meant to be light. We are meant to float, to flow openly and freely. Meant to surrender. 200 pounds for me was really, really tough. My whole life I've been fit. My adult life, I'm a thicker girl, I'm a bigger girl, I'm a curvy woman, and I love my curves. But without proper care, without proper nutrition, without proper love, it just was loading on the weight. The weight of life turned into the weight of my skin, of my body, the way I physically looked and felt. And it wasn't good. And the day that I decided, you are not 200 pounds, girl. You are not heavy. You aren't carrying heavy. And you are no longer looking heavy. I never looked back. And that was in September of 2016. And we are now in December of 2019. On October 1st of 2016, I made a decision. I decided that my journey of fitness and living well would begin. And at 7:30 a.m. Arizona time, I went with my mom to the gym and I worked out. And I have never looked back. And 10 months later, I lost 50 pounds. It was through sheer affirmation, dedication, focus, discipline, desire. If you want something bad enough, you will get it. But you need to affirm it. You need to believe it. It needs to become a habit. So, on that note, find your affirmations. Write some, save them, put them in your phone, put them on paper, stick them on a mirror, stick them on the refrigerator, put Post-it notes everywhere, decorate with them. They're beautiful. You deserve them. We all do. And on that note, this mama is going to bed because I'm tired and it's very late. So, I love you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope something in it resonated and carried you through. You matter. And until next time, peace out.